Hey guys, this is my Masked Hero deck profile. It's not perfect by any means, but this is what I've been testing recently. Hope you guys enjoy. And any suggestions you've got, obviously, let me know. Start things off with 3 Shadow Mist. Searches your spell, acts as a rotor when it hits the grave. Great card. Allows you to get into your Dark Lore. We move on to this guy. 3 copies of Bubble Man. Some people are only playing 1 copy, 2 copies of this card, but in this build you're very much trying to OTK your opponent, and this guy just, well, enables you to shit out rank 4s basically. 1 copy of Neos Alias, not as good as it used to be, but at the end of the day, still a big beater. Allows us to play Miracle Fusion for The Shining and Koga. Last card, 1 Stratos. No, I'm joking. This should be Armageddon Night, but I couldn't resist putting Stratos in the video. So yeah, sad times, right? 2 Summoner Monk. This card is awesome. It's a great first turn play. Allows you to get into Shadow Mist to grab your mass change, so as you can set up Dark Lore early on. Zephyros. You can dump this guy with Armageddon Night, obviously, but there's so many cool combos. If you're a hero player, you know that you can combo it with Bubble Man. You can bounce some of your trap cards, even bouncing the Bubble Man just to summon the Zephyros. You can dump it with Lavarva Chain. It's just a great card. Allows you to reuse cards. Very versatile. Sucks to draw though. And one of this guy, Goblinberg. I went with this over Tin Goldfish. I was originally playing Goldfish, like the OCG, but this guy's a warrior. I couldn't bring myself to play more than 1 though. Searchable. I guess he's got his merits, but yeah, not bad I guess. Right, spell cards. There's quite a few. We start things off with 3 A Hero Lives. This card is nutty. A lot of people are quite skeptical about playing this card. They think, yeah, loads of life points, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. You're taking your opponents, and you need it to set up Dark Lore. 3 copies of this card. This is the point of the deck. You run Mass Change to get into your Dark Lore, to get in your Koga. You OTK faster. You control the pace of the game with Dark Lore. 2 copies of Miracle Fusion. Was once a staple at 3, because it's an insane top deck late game, but obviously you have to consider the early game, it can be quite dead. You're not running that many heroes, so I think 2 is the ideal number. But again, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see people quit entirely. Searches, 3 Rota. You've got to bear in mind this doesn't just search your heroes, this searches your Armageddon Knight, Stratos, and also searches Goblinberg, so you can set up the your Shadow Mist plays easier. I'm playing 1 Emergency Call. I don't want to play more copies of this card, because at the end of the day it is just a searcher. There are so many ways to grab your cards and you cycle through them so fast. I think 4 is the right number. 2 Duality, beautiful American cards. Yep, thins the deck. Picture of a Summoner Monk if you want. I find it good to get in your traps mainly, despite the fact you special summon a lot. 3 MST. Cliff Orc mainly. Hate playing that card, but you've got to really. Raigeki, it's a board wipe, you want to OTK. It's an unfair card. Snatch Steal, again, necessary evil. Traps, Solemn Warning. It's a debated card in Hero Lives builds, mainly because you pay so much life, but bear in mind you're not always going to see that card. A Hero Lives, that is. So Solemn Warning is quite a solid choice, and it's good against Glees. Vanity's Emptiness. Yeah, great, we got the reprint. Fantastic stuff. Vanities for the masses. This card needs no introduction. It's amazing against Shaddoll. It's amazing against Burning Abyss. It's amazing in the mirror. I potentially want to play a third copy of that card. I'm not sure yet. One bottom of the strap hole. Amazing against Cliffort. It's got some utility against Shaddoll. Terrible against Burning. Compulsory evacuation device. Very versatile card. Love that card. Continuous traps everywhere. Phoenix Chain allows you to combo with your Zephyros, and negating effects is hardly ever bad. And 2 Call the Haunted to round off the main deck. I was playing 3, but this can be the cloggiest card ever. It's quite slow. Opening with it especially requires prior grave setup. Onto the extra deck. Blast from the Past, Shining, Ab-Zero, and I'm going to nose up the pronunciation of this, Escoriadao, whatever, this guy. You make these with Miracle Fusion. I'm not playing the Contrast hero. I feel it's overkill, and the space is tight enough as it is, but this guy's a big beater, allows you to recycle you guys when it dies. This guy's not as powerful as it once was, but you still got to play it, I feel. And Escoriadao is still a good option. One Acid, it's Heavy Storm, it's amazing. Grabbing Bubble Man off Call the Haunted and Mass Change in your opponent's end phase when they set 4 or 5 is devastating, as I've found out testing the mirror. The new card, the card you have to play, 2 copies of Darklaw. I'm not sure that's the correct number, but this card is amazing. Allows the deck to be competitive. It's amazing against Shaddoll, amazing against Burning. Koga, 1 copy. This card can get mad attack pretty quickly. Can easily get 4,000 attack. XYZ's start off with Lavalva Chain. So many plays with Lavalva Chain, but primarily to ditch Zephyros. You can also ditch Shadow Mist, obviously, and then Call Haunted it back. You get a search in the process. Daigusto Emerald, a sick card, revives Alias. It's a tiny little pot of avarice because we can't have ours back. One Arc, it's debatable. Some people play it, some people don't. I like the card, but yeah, this is all subject to change. Like, I welcome any suggestions you guys have got. Diamond Direwolf, just to kill threats and push through, because at the end of the day, your things go to the grave, but you're going to use Miracle Fusion, you've got Call Haunted, you can still take advantage of them. One Excalibur leads to mad OTKs, like, you've got to play this card. Perfect setup for Miracle Fusion as well. Blade Armor Ninja, again, like, does slightly more damage than Excalibur, but it depends on the circumstances, obviously. Excite on Night, it's still a board wipe, like, you have got to play this card. And one Castel, arguably the best rank 4 in the game. I'm just going to go over a couple of choices that I went over in my testing. I was originally playing this card. The jury's still out as to whether this is a better card than Goblinberg. I can't just play this because it looks nicer in its DT, unfortunately. Merits are, with this one, you can you get a bigger Abyss Dweller if you want to make that. I haven't got that in the extra deck. That's a bit of a mess. If you're playing this deck, you should run Abyss Dweller. Note to self. But yeah, I was also testing a similar build using these 2 cards, Destiny Hero Diamond Dude and Destiny Draw. This card can be incredibly good in this deck just because you run absolutely tons of spells. Think about the number of spells you're running in this deck. Like, resolving all these cards for free, Dualities, Miracle Fusions, Rotor, like, it just speeds up the deck. But in testing, I didn't like that build as much as the one here. I feel the one that I've got now is more versatile, so I cut this engine. Um, Here we've got Soul Charge. Soul Charge, one of the most powerful cards in the game. This was debatable as well, purely because of a Hero Lives, but I still might find room for it, purely because the deck is really fast, you load up the graveyard really quickly, and this card can be a complete blowout to your opponent. It's just overwhelming. And final card I want to discuss is Mirror Force. Mirror Force is a defensive trap card, and one of the problems is your whole strategy tends to revolve around protecting Darklaw, because Darklaw is your win condition. And though you've got quite a few traps in this deck, like in terms of actual protection, you've got the Phoenix Chain, the Compulse, the Bottomless, the Vanity's Emptiness, and the Warning. But a bit of additional protection. It's never a bad thing. So these are just choices that I would consider. Like, obviously, this isn't the finished article, but it's just to give you guys like a rough outline. Like, if you're struggling for ideas, like, feel free to take these and develop them. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. See you guys soon with more content.